Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at TattooCharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait. Welcome to the Metal Forge. I'm your host, Mark Jackson, and I'm going to be pounding out the best regional metal for you tonight. If you're new to this show, pick up your hammer and get down with some of these featured guests. Got any questions or comments? Send them to metalforgeradio@gmail.com. Welcome to the Metal Forge. I'm your host, Mark Jackson. Thank you all for tuning in today. It is March the 13th, Friday the 13th. Ooh, who's all scared and spooky? Fuck it, I'm not. I have Majutsu coming in today. Actually, we recorded a couple of weeks back at 21st Amendment Tavern in the Marquee Room. Sounds a little bit like the Boiler Room. There's a lot of noise and stuff like that. A little bit of white noise in the background, but it's all good. It's all fun. It was a killer time with those guys. Love having them all on the show. Having a good time with them. A couple of them I've had on before when they were in with Hot Prowlers. Gonna play a couple of songs by them too. I just really before I get into all that, I want to tell everybody, I hope you're safe. I hope everything's cool. That you're not sick, you're not having to stay home from work and being quarantined and all that stuff, because they say shit's getting serious out there. So, as long as I'm able to, I'm still going to be putting out new episodes. I can call people on the phone. No, really, seriously, be safe, be cautious, wash your hands, sing the ABCs or sing Happy Birthday, and not by the Beatles either, because that fucking sucks. Say it's your birthday. Yeah. Anyway, up in the upcoming weeks, I've got Wild Ride coming in. I have Lady Beast in support of their new album, The Vulture's Amulet. They're going to be towards the end of March. And some other out-of-town bands, coming on the show as well. Some Chicago bands, some bands maybe from New York. That'll be pretty cool. In New Jersey. That's some awesome stuff. We're getting farther and farther out there. The reach with the internet is endless. Thank you for everybody who has sent in some older tracks. Like I said last week on the show, I wanted some stuff, some metal between the years of 1980 and 2004. I have received a few things. Thank you guys. I'm going to be researching some of that and getting it back to you, and maybe possibly doing a Metal Forge classic show, with some older bands, like maybe like Crowhaven. Ooh, that would be a pretty good one. But also, I do want to sit there and say, I want to thank the people at Mercury Ballroom for being so awesome to me, and at Production Simple, Headliners Music Hall here in Louisville, Kentucky, and Old Forester's Paris Town Hall. Thank you guys for giving the show tickets to give away to you guys, the listeners out there, because I like giving those things away. I like the interaction. And I will be having some more shows here soon. Against Me and Baroness will be at the Mercury Ballroom here in Louisville, Kentucky. Circus Survive will be a show that I'm going to be giving away tickets to. The Who, the H-U, not like Pete Townsend Who. Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, those are all coming up. Mercury Ballroom, Be listening to the show. I know it's a podcast, but be listening. Pay attention to the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/MetalForgeRadio. Twitter.com/MetalForgeRadio. Instagram, Metal Forge Radio. Everything on your web is Metal Forge Radio. All one word. So Patreon. All one word. Metal Forge Radio. Check it out. You never know what platform I will be giving away tickets on. And I'll make an announcement on all of the pages, and, you know, hey, you could find yourself a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? So, before we get into it, you know, I do, like I said, I wanted to thank those people, the Patreon subscribers, supporters, and all that. Thank you guys. It's been awesome, you know, so let's just get into the music, you know. This is Waste by Majutsu. Listen to the interview, and at the end, I'm going to be playing The Circle as well. So, I hope you dig this one. It was really fun. And, you know, be safe out there, you know. Hey, and if you're feeling frisky, all you got to do is come out this weekend. It's the 21st Amendment Tavern, the Metal Forge Live Punk Rock Night. Punk rock takes over with Deacons of Doom, Gravel and Spiders, and Straight Laced. Show is at 10, doors are at 9, just $5, 21 and up. Come get your drink on, come get your music on, and come on out. Because it's going to be fucking cool, you know, because all those bands are cool and I'm cool, so you might as well come with us too. And kick that shit, that fucking being scared of being fucking sick shit, kick it right in the fucking nuts and come on out and have a good time with all your friends, you know, here at the Metal Forge. Here is Majutsu. So why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves here to the listeners?
My name's Paul. I play keyboards.
My name's Oliver. I play drums.
My name's Albie. I play guitar.
My name's Josh. I play bass and vocals.
Awesome. So how long have you guys been around? I mean,
Late 2017, early 2018, maybe. Around that time.
I think so.
so 2017, 2018?
Yeah.
And do you all have any? I know you've got one song on Bandcamp right now.
We have 3 singles up on all the streaming services, Spotify, iTunes, and everything right now that we recorded a while back.
Awesome. So tell me about Majutsu. Tell me about it.
Oh, we're kind of like it's been a constant evolution of things. We've had some members go and come, and this is the lineup that we've been rolling with for a while now. But we kind of have a black metal vibe, I guess, a little bit crust punk vibe with a little bit of orchestral, maybe synth patches and things like that.
It's black metal in theory.
Yeah.
Not so much practice.
Right.
It's an amalgamation of a lot of things that we're all into.
Reading the description on the Facebook page, it says psychedelic black metal.
Yeah, that's true. We do have kind of some spacey parts, some shoegaze parts, as well as
lots of reverb in it.
Yeah.
Lots of reverb.
Yeah.
I think we've shifted a lot from the psychedelic aspect from it. I think that was like the original idea, but now it's just constantly evolving.
Okay.
I don't know what type of, I don't know, like I wouldn't really, sorry, I'm losing my words right now.
No, you're good.
But, yeah, at its roots it's black metal, but, the layers on top change.
And all the riffs are very shoegazy, and there's a little bit of a post-punk influence in there with our newer stuff we're working on.
A little bit of John Carpenter too.
A little bit of John Carpenter sounding
some of that too.
Basically, all the things that we like in other genres of music, added on top of black metal.
And we just thought all those sounds sounded really cool together, and we're kind of excited about pushing this new sound we're going for.
Good deal. So do you all have a set album or EP or anything coming out anytime soon? Or
we have enough material for a full length at this point, with some of it being material before I was in the band. Some of it I've helped them finish as soon as I joined, and some of it we're still currently working on. So it's kind of past, present, future. Like a lot of debut albums, kind of a collection of songs that don't really, it's not cohesive, but it's a kind of a time stamp of where we are now and where these guys have been.
Awesome. I can completely relate to that.
No. Perfect.
So what is the allure to music for you guys? And that can be answered individually, not just necessarily as the band itself.
Well, yeah, for me individually, the allure to music is I've always been wanting to create new things, and I think that in this band it allows me to create new things in terms of listening and also providing a different, because I'm in a band with Oliver called Hot Prowlers, which is new wave, and this is the metal band, and then I'm in another thing that's like kind of like dance music, but for the most part, what I get out of it is just being able to create and get some kind of therapy out of it, and that's the way it's always been for like years. Just kind of like, using it as some sort of like therapy in a way.
I think it's one of the purest forms of like emotional release and like catharsis. Speaking, especially from a lyrical standpoint, recently, I don't know. It's been the best way I've been able to get what's going on in my head on paper, as well as like the music absolutely matches that as well. Like joining this band, I was absolutely floored at some of the stuff that they were working on that I hadn't even heard yet. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Paul pretty much spoke for everyone here that it's just an outlet for creativity, and just everybody in this band were involved in multiple projects that all sound different, which is it's pretty cool because we all have different ideas to bring to the table, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, for me, if I don't make music, if I can't create, then I'd rather die.
Very
It's honest
understandable,
opinion.
very
You know, like,
relatable.
It's like, I don't know, it's almost like a burden. I don't know.
It's one of those things where I think what you're saying is that if you're not being productive, it's like stepping away from playing music. You feel like you're missing something.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
that, and also just like the way my brain operates. Like, if I'm not creating, then I just feel completely empty, I guess, or useless. I don't know.
If you're not putting stuff out, then you're internalizing it.
Right.
It's kind of like we all share this like inherent compulsion to make music, whatever it may be. You know, any certain day, we are always trying to create in each one, any of our projects, you know, solo or together.
I guess like, I'm sorry. It's just a way to express myself because I'm not like really good at it in any other part of my life, I guess. So it's just kind of a way to communicate how I feel without like actually saying how I feel.
How do you all get together and do your thing? Do each of you come in with a part? Do you just stand there and then just start jamming something out?
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, so usually somebody comes in with a riff and we just start jamming on it until it starts to make sense. Yeah, the writing process is pretty fluid. We'll come up with ideas, somebody will bring a riff to the table, and then we might, once we got all the riffs and parts, we might try to structure it out, just write down all the parts on a dry erase board we have in our practice space, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't always work out though. We just like sometimes we take parts of those structures and just like keep hammering it out until it sounds like a song.
And
Until it
there's
feels
no,
right.
Until
Yeah.
it feels right. And there's
Yeah.
no real. I mean, as a musician myself, you know, I'm to the point where it's like, how do you know when it's it? I guess.
Right.
You know, do you have, because the song that I saw on the Bandcamp page is like 7 minutes. So, you know, it kind of starts out with kind of a doomy length or something, like, you know, 7, 8, 10 minutes, or do you whittle it down from there?
I mean, on
Or
average,
do you just leave it how it is, you know?
Some
And
of
I know
those-
it's subjective to each song, but
Sure.
Some of those songs, well, not the ones that we already have recorded, but some of the songs that we play out still adding parts to it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just like, because that one song, it didn't feel complete. I mean, it did at the time, but, you know, we got other ideas for it, and it's not set in stone, so it's like, hey, let's just play with it some more.
yeah, I think our shortest song is just a little over 5 minutes long.
Yeah, something like that.
And yeah, most of our tracks are maybe about 6, 7 minutes long.
nice.
Most of our tracks, like when you get ready to play them, you're going on a journey for about 5
Yeah.
7 minutes. You know.
Hey, I'm all for that. I'm a huge fan of like Ohm and stuff. So
As weird as it sounds, I think it just feels complete when there's, you know, the movements of the song are in succession, that you get that feeling that it is complete by the end of it. But nothing's ever like finalized. It's always a work in progress because, you know, we're constantly changing as musicians and constantly having different influences and different things come up in our brains. That a lot of these songs that we've been jamming on since even when I got into the band have gotten drastically different to this day. So, yeah.
It's kind of the beauty of not having a deadline, because my process specifically, like, I'll have fragments of ideas, maybe like 6 months later I'll finish them, and I'll be completely satisfied, and either musically or lyrically too. So like everything's subject to change, everything's subject to evolution.
I mean, the way that our songwriting has been going lately, we have like a lot of catchy hooks in a lot of our newer song, which is kind of uncommon for black metal, like kind of a verse chorus type of structure, and we might have a solo, or not really a solo, but kind of a bridge part in the middle, and just kind of go from there. And we have like a lot of intros and outros too that kind of drag on for a while. But
Awesome.
so
This is always the dreaded question that I get from a lot of people. They don't really know how to answer it. Do you? And I look at this as not a critique factor. Do you listen to yourself musically?
Oh yeah,
oh, for sure.
all the time.
Like, is it as a fan? Is what I'm saying, because it's something that you're invested in, that you like what you do. That's how and that's how I interpret that question to be asked.
I mean, I always wanted to be in bands that if I was a fan, I would want to listen to the
Right.
music for sure.
So you can remove the artist aspect to it. Okay.
Part of it for me is, part of it's like validation. Part of it's like reassurance too. Like, is this good? Is this still good? Am I still fucking with this? Am I still like, do I still want to be in this band? The answer is usually yes. I'm still in the band, so obviously I enjoy it quite a bit. But part of it's just, being proud of what you created too.
Right.
I think, for the most part, I agree with what Josh said, 100%. It's like, I don't want to do something that's going to be a waste of time either, So, like, if I'm getting something out of it, either emotionally or even polishing up what music theory or whatever performance technique or whatever it may be, then it's worth it to me. I enjoy the music quite thoroughly. It's one of the few metal bands around here that actually have keyboards in it, and I think it definitely gives a different vibe to play keyboards in a metal band.
Right.
At least here, obviously there's tons of bands that actually do it, but like you don't see it very
in
much.
Louisville, there's not many.
Yeah.
There's very few.
My thing is, I'm not gonna write music I don't like.
Right.
That would be a waste of time.
Right. Yeah, so everyone that wants to be in this project is all sitting at this table right now.
Absolutely. So that's a good thing, at least,
Yeah.
And I know, Josh, you've been out on tour with other bands before, and I don't know about your guys' history. Do you have a favorite city or venue to play?
Oh man, probably. I'll tell you my least favorite city and venue to play is
Louisville, Kentucky. No,
no, that's second place.
it's next to last.
Definitely in St. Louis.
Oh God.
Anywhere in St. Louis.
Yes.
When you're taking shifts.
I will agree with that shit.
When you're taking shifts, walking by the van every hour, it's kind of it's not very productive to be playing there. No, but fuck, I can answer this question any other time than when I'm asked it. We played in Indianapolis a couple years ago at Kuma's Corner, which is a really sick heavy metal themed burger place. They're on the Travel Channel and shit. They had a little warehouse garage thing across the street, and all ages show, which is always cool. 50 or 60 people on a Monday night. Last minute show with Arsis, and they fed us for free.
Nice.
Which is cool.
That's always.
That's what we need more of.
The
Some
food's
free
fucking
food,
sick too. Other than that, I'm trying to think.
I just contacted a venue in Nashville today that says, we only serve beer and food, and we expect you to buy beer and eat our food.
Oh, fuck that.
But we don't pay the bands either.
That's stupid. Let me try to think of
this
the,
art for free, you know what I mean?
let me try to think of the name of this venue. The Acheron in Brooklyn, when that was open, was really cool. It was kind of a fucking hole, and the stage was like inconveniently high off the ground for the kind of venue it was. But I mean, that place was packed, and absolutely every single show I've ever played in Michigan has been nothing short of buck wild.
Right.
So
I've heard that about Michigan shows, actually.
There's nothing to do in Michigan besides drink and rage, and that's what they do at metal shows is drink and rage.
Nice. Albie, anything for you?
I've liked all the venues I've played.
Good deal.
There's been quite a few lately too.
Yeah.
I mean, I did get heckled down in Texas.
What? Really?
Yeah. But, I mean, that was like after I played my intro. Some guy just like, yelled out boring or whatever. Just like, alright, whatever.
Jesus.
So I got into my set and shut up, I guess. But yeah, that had never happened in my life. So that was new, made me, I don't know, I'm kind of sensitive, you know? Like, I wanted to like, smash my guitar over his head. But, you know, I'm in somebody else's territory, so I would get beat up or whatever. But, I mean, like, I don't know, just kind of disrespectful.
Oh, it's not kinda, it is. It's
Crap
shitty.
on somebody else's, like, go out in the parking lot and say I suck like everybody else. You know? Like,
You know.
don't
Yeah.
do it like while I'm playing, because that's kind of rude.
I like the Mockbee.
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
We're talking about venues we like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a cool venue. No, I did like Texas, but that's just one thing that happened.
Yeah.
But no, the Mockbee was really.
Yeah, it's like old winery made in. It's like built into a hillside. It's like looks like kind of like a cave, and there's like cathedral kind of weird painting art in the background, which is
Nice.
And the whole vibe of that place was super cool. Yeah, everything about it, the bar, the art in the bar area was cool. Like the actual sound system was cool. Yeah, all of it was awesome there.
Hell yeah.
Trying to get out there with Majutsu sometime soon.
Yeah, I'll add Cincy to my list too. Cincy's always been cool.
Yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to Magbar because we play there quite often.
Oh yeah,
you know?
we're pretty much the house band there at this point.
Every band's a house.
Yeah.
Yes.
all the metal bands are that.
Every band's
resident
the house band at Magbar.
Tap or Mag, which one?
Yep.
As far as my touring experience, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity or experience to play out of town. I played, and like a few years ago when I played in various punk and hardcore bands, we played a few out of town shows, but they were mostly in DIY, like living room and basement shows and stuff.
House
like
shows,
that.
absolutely.
And they were a lot of fun. I had a really good time in Indianapolis. We played in some dude's living room, and it was awesome. But I mean, as far as like
Move the
these
furniture
guys have a lot
outside
more
kind of
touring
thing.
experience than me. So
Even in town, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be out. So that's a good deal. If you could play any major concert from the past, what would it be?
goodness.
Who wants to go first on this one?
As Majutsu or
Just in general, you know, because you're all four different guys.
I want to play Woodstock '99.
Yes. Surprisingly, not the first time I've heard that. Not
That's the one where they
first
set
time.
fire to everything.
Yes,
and
it is.
Limp Bizkit got out of control.
It's like, turn up, burn everything down. Wow.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Woodstock
Woodstock
99.
99, that sounds...
You know, the second
We
day
would be
was
innovators during that time.
good. The second day was good. It was Sunday that like ruined everything on that
oh, it's
show.
always the last day.
Yeah, always is.
We don't want to go home just yet. Let's destroy everything.
Destroy
Start
everything,
right.
yo.
They don't know this, but Woodstock '99 is going till Monday.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. You know, as much as like I like throwing around mixing up the genres, like if there was one show, if we could go back in time and play and weird people out, it would have to be like that 1988 Depeche Mode Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark tour or whatever that played at the Rose Bowl. That'd be super sick.
Right on.
Yeah, just open up. People are like wanting to dance and like, no. Just like,
Maybe you're
It's like, your kids will love it.
yeah.
Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you're not ready for it, but your kids will love it.
absolutely. You got anything?
We hope your kids will love
We hope your kids will love it. Yeah.
I hope your kids.
You'll hate it.
I'm drawing a blank. You want to go first on this one, Josh?
I have no particular preference to large concerts, so I guess on principle, the one where Danzig got punched the fuck out.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you know he was going to be on next week? No.
Oh, I wish. Or like, I don't know, Pink Floyd live at Pompeii or some shit. I don't know.
That
would be great.
That would be killer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always a hound, because I'm thrash,
Mm-hmm.
Any like 84 to like 87 Donington, where it's like 100,000 fucking people,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Craziness.
I mean, honestly, like if I could go back, weirdly enough, if I could go back in time, I would go into the prime of when I don't know, like the first wave of 80s hardcore was happening, and play at some little DIY house show, like during the time where before all of those bands had a name for themselves. I guess.
Right. Yeah, like that on the brink, like 80, 81 New York.
Yeah,
thing.
probably like maybe like play with Bad Brains or
Oh wow, yeah.
Black Flag or somebody. I don't know.
Good deal. That's hey.
Or blow their minds.
I've had people say CBGBs and shit like that,
Yeah.
because I'm in that same era. So
Could have changed the entire course of punk history if we played that show.
Oh yeah,
It'd be like,
what is this?
All of a sudden, everybody's starting to try blast beats and shit.
Punk might have turned out to be pretty good. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the most metal dude in this
God.
band.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
not talk about punk like that.
it's one
Yeah.
metal guy and 3 punk guys.
For the
One's
record.
kind of synth.
I'm the biggest
punk guy,
poser.
and that's what it comes up to be.
I mean, but most metal, it would still sound like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden if it wasn't for punk. If you think about it. But that's just me.
Oh,
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I'm kidding.
if you could have written, this is not necessarily a measuring stick kind of question, but it does kind of come out that way. If you could have written or recorded an album or song that somebody else had done, if you could have written that, what would it be? And like I said, album or song. Typically, it's one of those questions where, it's usually something that you can throw in the CD player on the turntable and constantly listen to and never bore of. Yeah.
I think I answered this same question on the Hot Prowlers interview, but
I think so.
I think I would love to be if I had to be a part of any recording process or song or basically album, it would probably be Downward Spiral album.
I believe that's what you answered the last time, too.
Yeah.
I think I said the Disintegration album from The Cure is my answer the last time. But I know that was just the first thing that popped into my head during that question.
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't. That's a really hard question to answer because I like a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I dig it. There's plenty of stuff out there that I'll be like, damn, I wish I wrote that or whatever. I wish I could have wrapped my head around the idea of saying, how in the fuck did they do that?
Right.
Yeah,
that we all know the same physicality of it, but it's just like the way we all piece things together musically. We all do it a little bit different, which I think that's a great.
Can I also add one more album to that?
Absolutely.
Because I find it fascinating, even though people don't like Rob Zombie. But White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000. I would love to have been a part of that
album was
recording
sick.
process.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Classic.
It
A
is.
lot of samples in that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of samples in everything that he does.
Yeah.
So,
like one of those in any Ministry album, probably any one of their metal albums.
I saw them for the first time back in November, and it was fucking killer.
Was that when they played with Slayer?
Yes.
And everything?
Honestly, probably the tightest band I've ever seen live.
Nice.
Wow.
Like ridiculous.
I would definitely, absolutely anything Mike Patton has ever touched in his career.
Oh yeah.
But specifically Angel Dust by Faith No More.
Yes.
I keep coming back to that album. over the years. Like I listened to it twice today, like pretty obsessively. Like I don't know, there's just something about that group of individuals and Patton specifically that's just like insane to me. Just so weird, just really weird.
Yeah.
You can't recreate that.
No.
He's done some great albums. California would be a cool one to be a part of.
Yeah.
With Mr. Bungle. That was just pure insanity.
Just to see
I
what
think
we-
they just wrote each piece by piece of that album.
Just to see what was going on when they recorded Disco Volante or Volante, whatever, however you say that. Yeah. Hail Mike Patton.
Yeah, Angel Dust is great.
Yeah.
Still want to do a Faith No More cover band sometime, you know?
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Faith No More tributes.
Paul and I actually
Manifesting
started.
that currently into the public right now.
Y'all think you can have fun with that?
Well, we tried to do a Faith No More cover band about a year and a half ago before we were in Hot Prowlers.
That's how we met.
That's how we met Tim, the bass
from
player in
Hot
the Hot
Prowlers.
Prowlers.
Right.
But then our guitarist, he stopped showing up to practice. So we were like, hey, he was like, hey, you want to be in Hot Prowlers? And we were like, all right, cool. So here we are.
And here,
Bound together by Faith No More. Except Valley.
Except Albert.
We still like
Give
him,
it a
though.
chance.
We still like
yeah,
Albert.
he's
all-
Albie's good. Albie's good, dude.
He's an all right dude.
All right. When it comes to writing and recording and stuff, are y'all gearheads when it comes to stuff like that, or do you just sit there and you just plug in and play and leave it to somebody else?
What I like to tell people is I am not a musician. I'm just a bass player. I can play it, and I can't tell you how or why. I can't tell you what my amp's doing. I can
Don't
just,
let him fool you. He can play bass better than most people can play guitar.
I know. I know. I've seen him in many different things with many different musicians, and yeah, he can play.
I don't play guitar. I play
You look
pedals.
at it, and it does what you command it to do. Is that
I
it?
play,
You play pedals?
Yeah, take all the pedals away from Majutsu. what the fuck was that? Sound like a big fart.
Come on, it can't be that bad.
I don't know.
Nah, it's not.
He knows how to write a riff too. He's just trying to be humble.
I know.
we hate ourselves.
Yeah, we all just have low.
I think that's a requirement of being a musician at some point.
Well,
for sure.
yeah.
Now comes the fun questions that everybody sends. It's like, wow, that's a hard question. Do you have a favorite film?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you all were. I don't think I started asking these the last time you all were
I
in.
think I did. Growing up, and probably to this day, I still love Pulp Fiction. Like Tarantino's work is obviously, arguably, there's a lot of stuff that's good. A lot of people don't like. A lot of people do like. Stuff I don't like, they like. But I think in terms of a movie, like Pulp Fiction was definitely one that changed my whole perception about movies in general at that time. I watch a lot of movies though, but that one's pretty much the go-to throughout the years.
So, have you ever rewatched the scene where Marvin gets killed, and see if that John Travolta does pull the trigger?
Oh yeah. I have many different theories about what's in that briefcase.
Oh yeah.
So
What do you think it is?
I think it's the boxing belt from the match that Bruce Willis, broke. He was supposed to go down, he didn't, and escaped and
Right.
took all the money.
Right.
I think it's the boxing belt from that. Some people will say it's God or whatever, but
Yeah, it's Marcellus' soul.
Rationally thinking, I think it's the boxing title belt that was supposed to was part of the fight.
I've never thought of that actually about it being that. That's a good deal.
The first thing that popped into my head, probably The Big Lebowski, because
Oh, hell yeah.
there's very few comedy movies out there for me that have a replay value that you could just watch over and over again and not get bored with it.
Right.
But that movie is so good because, well, not only because it's a Coen Brothers movie, but I mean, all the characters are so weird and unique and well written, and I don't know. I like it.
Gotta love the nihilists in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Peter
Good stuff.
Stormare is fucking killer. I enjoy that one as well. And watching a behind the scenes, Jeff Bridges goes over to the Coens. He's like, because it's based on a real guy.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Do you think the dude would have, got high before he had this encounter? And they're like, definitely. And he would just go over and like do his thing, make his eyes red and shit, so he looked stoned on camera.
Good stuff. What about you?
I'm kind of basic. I don't really watch a lot of films. I play video games and watch anime.
That's fine. What's your favorite?
I guess The Lion King. I don't know, like
Really?
Lion King or Friday.
The Lion King or Friday.
You know, like I don't.
They're a similar story, aren't they?
They're good. You know. It's
Mufasa kind of got fired on his day off, if you think about it.
Yeah. And and Ice Cube's just trying to prove himself, just like Simba. See, look at this.
Hey, you know, like he's a cat.
That's great because I said that and he went. Josh like perked up. He's like, yeah.
Whoa. I'm not even high right now.
He should have died in that stampede.
What?
Mufasa.
Oh.
It's kind of BS what happened to him.
Oh yeah.
His own brother.
Did you watch the new one?
No.
New one's good.
Is it?
It might break my heart.
I don't know. I'm
It
kind of
looks too
weird
realistic.
on the
like-
Disney live action kind of stuff. I haven't watched any of them yet.
I watched the remake of Aladdin, and that was actually not bad.
Will Smith saves
Yeah.
the day.
Will
man.
Smith is the
Does
genie.
he really?
Yeah.
Will Smith plays the genie.
I think
He was the best part of that movie. to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
live action Jungle Book is incredible. Jungle Book was my favorite Disney movie of all time. I thought they did it a lot of justice. But definitely my favorite movie of all time is The Empire Strikes Back, which is a very predictable answer if you've talked to me for 5 minutes. But more recently, I've enjoyed Ari Aster's work, Hereditary and Midsommar. Which is
tattooed.
I
Yeah,
did.
he got a Midsummer tattoo.
Just the complete inversion of my Star Wars man-child interests. Just really sad, relentless shit.
Wow.
Which kind of comes
And he brings
back,
it back down.
comes back to the sentiment of Majutsu in and of itself.
Do you have a favorite food?
All of it.
All of it.
Like cuisine or like...
Well, let's break this down. Do you have a favorite food? Like, some people say pizza, some people say shrimp, some people say steak.
I'll eat pizza every day of my life. So pizza, sure. I mean, I like Indian food a lot. I like Thai food a lot. Not one specific thing, though.
I like pizza and tacos and burgers and chicken. Blizzards from Dairy Queen. What else? I like ramen and sushi. I like everything.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was going to go on for like 4 or 5 minutes listing stuff.
Barbecue shrimp.
Shrimp,
Coconut
gumbo.
shrimp.
All the different types of shit.
R.I.P. KFC.
I would say that anything tacos is legit for me. I like Thai food and Indian food a lot too. Anything with some spice to it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Bring the heat.
I love tacos. I'll
So you got
tear up some
tacos
beefs.
and pizza.
I mean, I love pizza. Don't get me wrong, but my jam is carnitas tacos.
Oh, yes.
Just crispy fried pork and.
Right.
So where are we eating after this interview?
Anywhere.
Anywhere if you're dying.
Hey, they serve food here. It's good.
I think I could eat the pineapple curry from Vietnam Kitchen every day for the rest of my life.
It's good stuff.
So on the other side of that, do you have a favorite alcohol?
Well, Albie and I are sober.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I do like some NA stuff. I like Klosshaller NA, that's really good. And Buckler, it's really good as well.
Do you all?
I mean, I don't drink too often these days, but when I do, it's typically just straight bourbon. I'm a man of simple taste in that regard.
I like those hard seltzers, man.
Close
What
the
about you?
wall, baby.
Hey, White Claw's not bad.
I like all Bonavive, all of them, truly. My girlfriend works as a bar manager, so get to experience a lot of different cocktails, but you know, I like a little bit of bourbon every once in a while, but not very often. I particularly don't like getting drunk, but
Right.
I do like the hard seltzers. They don't taste like beer. They
got the
taste like
local-
water, you know, flavored water, and I'll crush some LaCroix. Like that's like my thing. Any kind of sparkling water, I'll crush.
Seconded.
Yeah. Even the Kroger stuff. That's 12-pack of Kroger. So, you know,
Kroger hard
Mandarin
seltzer.
orange. I'm like, come on.
Do you have any Spinal Tap moments?
Spinal
Every
Tap.
practice.
Pretty much every band practice. Yeah.
The first couple of shows,
practices
too.
are one thing, but when you're out in front of people, you know,
Spinal Tap.
you don't know what Spinal Tap is? You don't know who Spinal Tap is? Or are you
For
thinking
the movie.
What's a movie
Yeah.
about a fake band?
Oh, see,
it's a mockumentary?
Yeah.
I don't watch movies like that. So. what would a
Basically,
Spinal Tap
whatever could go wrong on stage will go wrong on stage. Whether it's any pyrotechnics screwing up, or
I mean, we've been pretty fortunate for the most part. We haven't had
it doesn't
any
need
major.
necessarily need to be in this band.
Oh well, like early on in Majutsu, you know, there was some punches thrown. I don't know if that.
Oh
counts.
yeah,
Holy
our
shit.
first time we ever played a tap room, our lead singer had to punch somebody in the face because he kept on like falling on top of us drunk and unplugging amps and.
It's on there. It's on the internet.
Hang on. To be fair, if you're a singer in a tap room and you haven't had to do that, come on now.
Yeah, there's video evidence of it on YouTube as well. The whole set is on there.
What's funny is the same guy is trying to sing along to lyrics there. We don't even know what
Yeah,
they
that was
are
our
at the
second
time.
show ever.
Like, that was our second show.
Yeah, and
I don't even
Darian
think Darian had set lyrics.
didn't have lyrics for it yet. He was just screaming into the mic. This dude was acting like he knew all the lyrics. And we kept on like just grabbing him, and eventually he had enough and had to clock the dude.
Oh shit.
Had to do it to him.
Yeah.
And there's another show at Tap Room where Darian got hit with a bottle,
Yeah.
and there's another fight that broke out.
I think some girl threw a bottle at his head or something.
Yeah.
Zombie walk.
Yeah, it was during the zombie walk, so there was a ton of
Damn.
people out. Anyway,
wow.
Y'all booked a show on Zombie Walk?
We don't think about
Our shows have gotten a lot more. Our shows have
not a
become
good
a lot
idea.
more pacifist lately. But yeah, those first few shows, like everybody was like either way too drunk or thought they knew the lyrics to our songs and was trying to get on stage and like.
and then eventually just get beat up for it.
Yeah.
Recently, we kind of fudged a typo negative cover. By like our standards, I don't think anyone else realized it. But it was like a close call, like, oh man, we're going to end up on Catatonic Youths or some shit.
I think about that every time I play in any project, well, other than Hot Prowlers and most of the time. But that typo negative, though, I was like, oh man. Like I could feel the silence and all of us kind of like just looking at each other.
Yeah,
like,
we looked at each. Yeah, because we got lost
Halloween.
on one part
Yeah.
of the song.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
that's
a
a
Halloween
Halloween
show
show we
was
played.
stagecoach.
Because why would you play a typo negative cover otherwise?
What's your guilty pleasure?
Alcohol, that's why I'm sober.
Fair enough.
I don't believe in guilty pleasures. You should just listen to what you like. Even
Oh,
if
is
it's
that musically? Or
It's whatever you interpret it
man,
as.
I went there fast.
Yeah, you did.
But I buy a lot of toys. I collect toys to the detriment of my wallet.
But you collect them. You don't sit down on the floor and play with them.
Sometimes you don't know my life.
Fair enough.
I'd say Taco Bell is my guilty pleasure. I will tear up some Taco Bell more often than not, probably more than I need to.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Albie, you have a guilty pleasure?
I don't think I have any guilty pleasures. You know, it's all, I like what I like. And if other people say that it's dumb, then I don't know, they can't beat me up, so whatever.
That's kind of their problem.
You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him at a show. I mean, I'd see him and I'm like, dude, you're cool. I wouldn't fuck with him.
You know, like, I don't know, I think guilty pleasures. I guess I would say McDonald's cheeseburgers. You know, like, I like those sometimes.
That and another one's Adam Sandler movies from the 90s, I guess. I guess that's a guilty pleasure.
No,
Just
No,
by-
that's some of his best work, actually.
It's dumb. I mean, the Billy Madison's super dumb, but whatever.
Billy Madison's great.
But it's still so funny.
I think it's just because it's so dumb. It's like Beavis and Butthead. It's like super stupid, but it's funny.
It's
you know what I mean?
Well, before we came here, I was just talking to you about this.
Oh, and porno's another.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying.
He said porn.
Porno.
Porn is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, no.
Or it's just a pleasure.
Well, at that point, you got to start
Well,
talking
it's not
about
like not in
genres.
public. I'm not going to be like, hey, look at this.
Until you get caught, I guess. Like, all right.
Get caught with your pants down.
But what kind of porn is it?
Yeah, genre becomes the point of discussion.
Shit, nowadays could be anything.
It's Old West. It's Stagecoach Inferno based.
Fuck.
Love those guys. They're going to be on eventually, I hope. Yeah.
Weirdest one was some chick, eating a Popeye's chicken sandwich while having sex. That was kind of weird.
You haven't done that?
Not with a Popeye's chicken sandwich, no.
That's current events.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I want to eat too. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
You're shaving minutes off your day by doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasures:
efficiency.
Taco Bell and porno.
Yeah.
So that's like 50% of my
Getting the
life.
workout and you're burning the calories too.
Yeah.
I think the trifecta is Taco Bell, porno, and weed. Dead silence.
Wait, what are we talking about again?
About guilty pleasures?
No.
So this is like kind of gone in all sorts of directions.
Right?
Good thing this isn't live.
See, none of that stuff we really have to feel
Good
guilty
thing this isn't
about,
live.
but we do, in a way.
Well, if it were on the actual radio, we couldn't even have had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it would have been like, fuck no!
It would be like, oh, I like ice cream a little too much.
Yeah, right.
That's the radio answer.
That's, yeah, definitely. You've done that before. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you guys.
Don't.
Just stop.
Majutsu on Bandcamp. Our 3 singles that we record are on there. Facebook, Majutsu. You can look us up there. I don't think there's any other bands named Majutsu. There's a lot of animes with Majutsu in the title, but
Imagine that.
yeah. But that's how you can get in contact with us. Yeah.
Okay. And if anybody out there, Spotify. Anybody out there listening that wants to book you guys, they can hit you up through there too.
Yeah, they can just go to Facebook. There's a send message there. We have an email address too.
Well.
It's probably best just to send a message on Facebook.
That's
We forget the email address exist sometimes. And I know I do. So.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that usually wants to book a show with us just hits us up on Messenger, on Facebook usually.
But don't message me directly.
He won't read
inbox
it.
anxiety. And I won't open it.
Gotta go through the proper protocol. There's a certain protocol. So yeah, just send the band a message, and we typically get back within 24 hours.
Yeah, we're pretty efficient.
Pretty quick.
We got a typical good fast response time log.
However long the page says we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, yeah, exactly. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to
You, Mark.
Shout out
all of them. As Bobby said, Volcandra, Stagecoach, and Volcandra,
They're about to put an
the
album out.
Volcanoes,
They dropped that
as
single.
they've been called before.
Tight.
February
Pretty
28th, they're releasing their album at Z-Bar.
The Z-Bar or Mag Bar?
Z-Bar. Zanzibar.
Stagecoach,
all-
Inferno, of course.
She just came out with a new record.
It's
really good.
Bowels.
Vowels is good. Devin from Vowels, he recorded those first 3 Majutsu songs, and he recorded all the Volcandra stuff as well.
Nice. So definitely shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Devin.
Crown of Serpents.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of Serpents is dope. Who
All
else
all
is
the
good?
boys,
Yeah, all the boys.
The boys.
Crippy
Shout out to-
Kim, of course.
Blind Scryer.
Blind Scryer.
Bland
sick.
Scrambler, of course.
All the bands that are in the OK Storage Building.
Yeah.
Killy, Pat
El
Him,
Basante.
all- yeah.
El Basante.
El Basante's sick.
Savage Master.
Savage Master.
Shout.
Definitely.
Phil at Mag Bar for being sick.
Yeah, sick sound guy. Never had any problems with him. Never had any.
Jared Wright.
Of
Give
course.
him a little shouty.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, porno, and weed. Of course.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
It's 50% of my life right there.
And
Mufasa.
Fred Durst.
for lighting shit on fire in '99.
Give a big shout out to Trent Reznor for changing my life at like 12 years old.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Scary Black. Too.
Shout out to Scary Black.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Just came out with a new record. It's dope.
Oh, it's
I
really
don't know
good.
about a record, a new album. Yeah, it's digital.
Hey,
That's what it is. Yeah,
It's there, right?
It'll be on vinyl one day.
Yeah, somebody's gonna press that. Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
definitely. All right, guys. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
Any last words y'all want to give out? Any parting words?
Bring back the toasted cheddar chalupa at Taco Bell.
No.
I thought
No?
I did, but I don't.
You thought you did, but no.
I'm good.
Bring back the toasted cheddar chalupa then.
I mean, that sounds
Fuck yeah.
really good. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever had that.
Party.
It's good stuff.
Had it like 5 times that week. They had it out. No, they don't have it anymore. I could have made the best taco ever with
I
that
want to go to
shell.
Taco Bell.
Let's go to Taco Bell.
All right. Taco.
Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at TattooCharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait.